Hi, I'm preparing to visit the Europe. Today, I want to demonstrate how iStudio is working. So when we meet, we can shortly discuss about the business point. So this is Chrome video part. You see we have a wall type, we have a room type, we have a corner type. So this especially I want to focus on this kind of very complicated corner things. You can imagine how complicated to make this corner part without wrinkle free. Also stretching. So you will be surprised how beautifully it's made from here. Today what I'm trying to show is the Darim's mobile studio concept. We really try to make a studio, broadcast studio from everywhere. To make a self-studio, it's like I'm doing now, the self-studio, we need a special way of console, integrating console with studio. That's why we make this kind of a special console here, which is called iStand. This is iLectern, replacing all the lecture desk in the classroom. And this is iDesk, desk style of broadcast station. All this console has iStudio inside, have all the tools necessary for the broadcasting, audio mixer, switcher, or camera mount, everything there. So you can save the space to make a self-studio there. We are moving this one to everywhere. The auditorium room, you see all the auditorium, large, important presentation they do, but actually what they can see is a PowerPoint big screen with our person's face and gestures there. So we are trying to use the iStudio method to bring there, to make a different way of presentation from auditorium, from classroom, from existing studio, from video conference places. Imagine what happened in Cisco telepresence. They make two TV screens there. One is PowerPoint, the other one is the presenter's face. They call this telepresence, not telepresentation. What I'm showing you is really telepresentation because it looks like you are doing all presentation in front of a classroom or audience. And same video can go to another class, another students, or a mobile phone, or even in the classroom, the students' notebook, they can see very clear file images from iStudio. This is the idea how I'm moving. So this one is iBoard, the electric whiteboard we integrate. So this kind of console broadcast system can be installed in the video conference or existing studio. Of course, they can use the same existing studio broadcasting by using multiple broadcast engineer. But when they do really presentation related or a simple broadcast environment, iStudio can do much more than with all the professional people. Furthermore, iStudio has all the graphic powers and captures inside. So very easily we can make a console desk with one machine. That's why we have 5 monitors everywhere. And then 2 monitors for Zoom. We are assuming the Zoom are used at the same time. And also a PowerPoint file there. And also iStudio render and controller. That's why mostly 3 monitors is enough, but we recommend to have 5 monitors there. So this PC has 4 output. We add 1 more monitor output from the PC, so usually we recommend to 5 monitors. So without system integration work, we just make this system from the factory, and then we ship there to the customer immediately go. Well, my proposal is we make a whole system from Korea. We ship to you, you just install and teach them there. We can do remote setting, everything very easily. This is our idea, how we change the way of presentation from the studio. So this is classroom, this is the video conference room. Classroom, conference room, or any studio we can do. So we install really the iLectern. It looks like this because they like a white the color of the lectern, we make it that way. And also this is the way how they use the 2 screens. And also this is a graphic generation, not real, but this 2 is mostly for the photos from real classroom in hybrid class in one of the Korea, the graduate school. This is a video from medical hospital university. They do every important meeting there. They for the presentation, they have to show presenting material, many X-ray films or any videos there to exchange their information from the hospital. This one is the first time they use video conference. There is one president doing presentation, but we make a beautiful studio and the screen coming in and out. They use iStudio 5000 to make this kind of presentation there. You will see many different, when they have some document, when they have a question and answer, all this kind of video environment they use. Imagine how many hospitals are using video conference. Once you put this iLecton there, immediately they convert to the virtual studio tele presentation system. This is class typically we do, but in this small room, they use a PowerPoint here and then render file when they want, we can show there. But anyway, this video render file going to the students or the video conference people, all these people watching here, even a Cisco tele presence system, we put iStudio in front, iStudio output going to the Cisco instead of their PowerPoint file. So because we make a switching like I'm doing now, the presenter's face big or presenting material big. So iStudio 100, very simple. We just use one screen here and no change. But now if I don't move the mouse point, it doesn't keep the PowerPoint big. But once I start the PowerPoint pointer moving, it goes to a big screen. And also when you have a 400 or a 5000 model, when you watch here, that part coming out. When you watch there, that part coming out. Those kind of integration we made for controlling. So interesting thing we are making is SM7000, which is iStudio 7000, which is most complicated, 24 scenes and 5 simultaneous cameras they can mix. This machine we make a LED controller. You know, the Novasta from China, very good company. They make a video wall controller, but when they make a multiple camera input and their input, very complicated. And also they do mostly 2D layer, multi-layer mixing method. This is very, very difficult to set up and also difficult to switching all the content during the show. That's why every large auditorium has a fixed screen there, no change with the animation. So we solved this problem, integrating all the videos, and then this iDesk we install, and iDesk has a 10U inside the rack mount on the bottom. So there we can put 2 servers, audio mixers, XL18 audio mixer switcher controlling all the different inputs there. So such kind of things we realize, all the large conference area, it doesn't matter how big size, what aspect ratio is, iStudio control do everything by themselves. So we make the one announcer here, one presenter here, PowerPoint there. Even remote people can see here. Once any person here raise a question, the camera track him and bring him here, so everybody watching what he's really asking. So this is the idea how we make a tele auditorium room. From one auditorium to another auditorium we can make. This is one of the sites I just present there. You will see how it looks like. For example, when I do presentation here, my face, actually, you know, the face of the people here, I'm doing presentation in the side. And then it shows like this, my PowerPoint here, and I'm explaining how iStudio 7000 is working, and the participants show here. So you see how the screen is changing 3D way. And the other one, you see here something is moving. I'm inside of the 3D object. This is exactly showing how a 3D object is demonstrating in the presentation. So this way this is how they looks like, beautiful screen, the audience or the announcer and people we can show. And this is iStudio 7000. They use another machine which is called iStudio 400 because their internal broadcast system support only 16:9. That's why we make only 16:2 part another virtual studio streaming to other people. Of course, everything is automatic by using the pointer from the presenter. So our philosophy is how we convert traditional way of broadcasters to a single person self studio. Of course, the traditional way they can keep, but once we put iStudio there, they can use a dual system, existing way or a new way for presentation. So eventually we want to make a teleclass from one university to another university, claiming the tele classroom has better understanding and the immersive lecture listening than local place. The smartphone, even this is small size, when you project on the big screen, this one become like a 200-inch screen. So they can read every details from there. So we are always streaming video to the classroom. Inside of class, the students watching this video from their notebook. That way we can make all the video real-time recording. Imagine how many classes in Aachen University, how many classes in the Frankfurt University. There are a huge number of classes every day doing. How many the conference happening in a big event like Hanover show everywhere. All the valuable thing is not really made as like I'm doing now. Once we put iStudio in the background, everything is automatically recorded. I mean, automatically without any operator's big work. So one person can set all the different rooms, they can record. This is the market I'm trying to go with you. I hope you introduce this technology. Just think iDesk style of the console, stand style of console, rectangle style console. You can put any classroom, any existing broadcast room. We can create huge number of videos from there. This is what I want to talk. I want to show how it works. Thank you very much for my Korean English, and hope you understand everything. Bye bye. See you soon.